96% of companies go bankrupt. I'm going to try and explain why in about 3 minutes. Let's first talk about, what the founder was thinking. The founder had a job and he kept dreaming, I wish I had I have my own business. I wish I was my own boss. I wish that I had some freedom. I wish I could make some real money. I wish I can, create some wealth to take care of my family. I wish that I could really control my future. So what happens is he plans on quitting his job. He quits his job, right? Without any foundation, without any marketing, without any strategies. He quits his job, registers an LLC. All of a sudden he's in business. Now he's starting to realize, what did I do? I don't have any clients. What's the most important part of any business? Clients. Trust and credibility so clients trust you, right? So he said, okay, I heard of this pay-per-click campaign, so I'm going to start doing some marketing, right? Because I need sales. So he starts doing some marketing, starts doing some sales, and he's frantically trying to get clients. And he's reaching out to people he knows to try and get clients. And eventually he does get a client. Now he's all involved, working with his hands again, trying to find more clients. And what happens is he's so involved in working that one job or that one client, then all of a sudden the project ends, he doesn't have another client. So the panic starts all over again. Holy crap, I better do that again, right? But this time, I'm going to keep marketing, and I'm going to hire some people to help me. So now he's working with his hands. Now he has 2 or 3 helpers, right? And now he realizes, if I want to keep the jobs going, and if I want to keep my employees going, I better keep the marketing going, and now I need space, and I need more employees, I need more helpers, and maybe I should hire a full-time salesperson, right? And, I should prepare for taxes, so I should hire a bookkeeper and accountant. All of a sudden, his responsibilities grow because everybody's looking at him to answer questions, because he's never set up systems in place where people can run on their own without him. They need instruction all the time. They need material. They need, what do I do next? Fred didn't show up. What do I do now? Right? So, and he does everything by trial and error, and he's realizing that, it's giving him a heart attack. You'd be surprised how many times, I've talked to a 40-year-old who's already had 2 heart attacks because of the way they designed the business. Everything revolves around the founder. Everything. Even the bookkeeper and the accountant, even though they're supposed to be experts, they're still coming to him. Where are the receipts? Where are this? Where's that? And he's not asking for any reports back. And he's running his business based on how much money he has in his bank account. He figures, okay, I have $52,000 in the bank account. I'm going to go lease another truck. Only to realize that $52,000 was not enough for the $60,000 that's going out of his bank account at the same time. And he just spent a deposit to lease a truck or to buy a used truck, and now he's underwater. Now he's into the line of credit, right? So these are mistakes that most business owners make because everything is reacting to something else. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, right? And everything is done by trial and error. Then he realizes, okay, I need more people. I'm not getting enough leads. I need to, to hire marketing people, or should I get an outside marketing company to do this? And when he hires an outside marketing company, he realizes, I'm not getting any leads. And he goes through 5 marketing companies, and he kept saying, well, the marketing companies are shit. But he doesn't realize marketing companies can only work with what you give them, right? If you have no reviews, if you don't have a lot of projects done, if you don't have a lot of work done already, if you don't have social proof, they've got nothing to work with. You've got no history. You're not building the warm fuzzies in future potential clients' heads, right? For example, my videos get me in front of 20 million future potential clients every month. 20 million. So out of 20 million, you should be able to close, a fairly good percentage. But most businesses don't look at social proof, right? Even though they hire people with experience, but they don't hold that standard to themselves. They don't expect the clients to hire them or their company need to see experience, need to see proven results. You demand it for your people, but you expect your clients just to give you a try, right? So it doesn't work that way. So, and this explains why there's a 96% failure rate. In other words, 96% of companies never see their 10th birthday, which is a crime because, the construction industry has been the most profitable industry consistently since 1920. So a lot of businesses have a shit ton of money, but they don't know how to keep that money. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Did I explain it properly? What did I miss? What about the pressures of running a business? What about, hoping that someone doesn't come in on Friday because you don't have enough money to meet payroll? What about those pressures? If you're feeling like that, if you're having sleepless nights because you don't know how you're going to pay your payroll or how you're going to do this or how you're going to finish these projects on time, can we agree that you need to design a better business? You need to design a business that works for you instead of you becoming a slave to your own business. Right? Type profit below if you would like to get some help or advice. We'll talk soon. Take care.